The year 2000 was a trying time for all Fijians. Many watched as terrible forces began tearing at the seams that had connected and held the many facets of Fiji together.
Generally speaking, there were a lot of people in this country that were very concerned about where this country was going.
A group of concerned individuals started discussing a way out. Leadership Fiji was established as a means of providing an alternative perspective to what it means to lead. Since the pilot program of 2002, 350 Fijian leaders have successfully taken root and are flourishing in various sectors of the country. Here's a look at the journey of Leadership Fiji, from the birth of an idea, the main aspects of leadership qualities enhanced, the significance of the program, and how these leaders are contributing to a way forward.
The program was created mainly after the 2000 coups. There was a feeling amongst some of our prominent leaders that there was a bit of a hole where leadership training was concerned, and basically the anarchy that went on after the 2000 coups, we just, wasn't acceptable. And we thought maybe if people were a bit better informed about the needs of our country and had a broader outlook on what happens, what makes this country tick, basically, if they were a bit more educated, maybe they wouldn't be so easily swayed by, outside influences.
It goes back to the year 2000 when a group of us got together and had a chat about future leadership in Fiji. And we came to the conclusion that while there are a lot of very talented people going through their various vocations, the problem was they were so totally focused on their vocations that they hadn't given themselves time to look at all the broader issues, the socio-economic issues facing the country. So they weren't rounded leaders. And what we hope to try and do is give them a greater perspective about some of the issues facing the nation.
The idea was Daryl and I go to Melbourne, go and look at the program, the Leadership Victoria program, and come back with a concept. Well, Daryl and I went, and I remember on the first day we sat there and we'd already compiled the program for the year. At that stage, the program was only going to be one program a month. And it was really interesting. Once we started the program, the first year's group, after the first session, they turned around and said to us, one session a month is not enough.
When you look back at the first, at least the first 5 years of the program, from 2002 to 2006, say for example, a lot of those people who were in those years are now heading big organizations, and they're in places of influence, and they're significant decision makers in a lot of the different sectors of the country. So they're contributing positively to big decisions that will move the country forward, and has an impact in how the rest of Fiji is operating, and in the economy and the social context as well.
The program had sort of given me a wider understanding of the world, so to speak, rather than just the areas on which I was concentrating in the line of my career.
I didn't realize how many factors contributed to Fiji. So you look at the tourism sector, the economy, and the accounting, finance background, the legal. Usually we only look at our own sector.
Just before I did Leadership Fiji, I was away from the country for about 15, 16 years. So coming back into the country, I was then put into the program. So it really, the biggest thing, the impact it had on me was that it helped me put down my roots again, helped me really, and very quickly, meet with all different people from all different parts of society and make connections with them. And I sort of felt like I was like a potted plant when I was traveling around, and then I got taken out and then got put back in the soil. And the biggest takeaway, that's the feeling that I got out of it, was like I'd been planted now and I could actually put my roots down.
After going through Leadership Fiji in 2008, I went back to USP. I did my professional diploma in business leadership way back in 2013, and from 2014 I started doing my MBA. Leadership Fiji did that for me. It opened, like I said, it opened my mind to the possibilities that there are other things apart from the work that I'm doing, and I can contribute
With every class and with every engagement that we have, we take something away from that. We don't wait for the end of the year to walk away and say, this is what I've gained out of Leadership Fiji. I think Leadership Fiji is gradually building us. It's gradually opening up our minds to Fiji in its current environment, past environment, and it's putting thought into our head about how we want to see the future of Fiji develop.
But I think the program did something more for me in that it got me excited about the possibility that I could be part of a leadership change. It also got me excited about the possibility that, we can do this. We can change society. We can put our principles and our core values into action to build something that's greater than us.
At the opening retreat, you come up with a vision. So you're with a group of people who are working throughout the year towards achieving your group vision. And then that group of people will disperse and go out into their communities. And so you know for a fact that there's up to 25 people out there who have thought about what they want Fiji to look like in the future. And they've thought about it, they've done work towards it, and they're doing personally, you know that they're working towards achieving that vision. And it's all about Fiji in the future and what we need to do, and we're committed to it.
I'm considering standing for the 2018 election, and I think the idea was conceived during my time at the Leadership Fiji program in 2010. I'm currently pursuing my postgraduate diploma in social policy, and by next year I'll be graduating with my master's in social policy. So perhaps by 2018 I would be in a better position to fulfill that dream, and at the same time as well link it back to our 2010 class vision, which was by 2020 Fiji will be economically stable, ensuring prosperity and equality for all.
Just reflecting on our 2007 year, it was different individuals, different strengths that they brought, to the table, very different perspectives on issues, and we had very good debate sessions. And at the end of the day, we would come to an agreement, whether it's to agree to disagree or have a collective agreement on different issues. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I know that it has contributed to my journey as an individual and as well as our team.
Everyone is totally different, and the difference is what makes us so unique, and the difference is what makes us very, very adaptable, and the difference is what makes us change. Okay, so when there's no difference, there's no change, and when there's no change, there's no movement. And I'm talking about sort of people and generally people and any projects and things that you do.
I think Leadership Fiji, and the advantage of Leadership Fiji is the experience that you get, the sectoral visits that you have. Having to hear from different people, from different organizations, different sectors of the community, all in the one-year program is quite enriching, and that's something that you don't get out of a classroom environment or attending a university just focusing on the theoretical side of things. So the actual experience of interacting with people, leaders of the community, that's a lot more rewarding as young leaders growing up in the country.
We have been sending 2 or more people every year into the program, because we saw that when we sent our talent into the program, there came out even better people out of the program. So we continue to do that. And thirdly, what we saw is that the progression path that people had post completing the program was much faster. They had a more holistic view of the business, of the community where we operated in. So they came out much better than what they were. So it helped our business drive and achieve its objectives.
I see it as a great opportunity for our people to go out and broaden their horizons. They are rubbing shoulders with business executives from all the different areas. They're visiting on the social side, places like the prison, FSC, so they learn their social responsibility. And it really gives them a much greater understanding of the macroeconomic and social environment that they probably wouldn't otherwise come over in their day-to-day work. It gives the people the opportunity to not only meet some of the business leaders, but to also discuss and debate
no matter what the environment is. It actually allows you to actually voice out things that you probably have questions about, and you don't actually feel the same way that everybody does feel about it. But what do you do to make a difference? So this program allowed us to meet with some leaders, some government people, as well as the other parts of the industry where you could actually ask those questions. And most of the time we got some answers. Some probably were not answered the way and the answers that you wanted to get, but at least you have the ability to question and get that exposure of being more closer to wanting to understand.
For myself, it got me thinking and got me thinking to say, in 10, 15 years time, I want to look back and say, the program actually taught me that there is much more that you can do rather than being comfortable doing what you're doing.
The true value of Leadership Fiji will be the power and strength of the alumni.
With the alumni, we are trying to establish that ongoing sort of community projects, because each year group comes out of the program with their own community project. Is trying to consolidate now and see how we could collaborate better from an alumni level and as part of the program.
I really want to see the alumni grow and become a force of nature. And they can, because we have so many just amazing, amazing people who've been through the program. And you put them all together, we can do anything. It's quite easy to come together and do things in an organized fashion when the program is being run. It's what you do afterwards that's the challenge. And the saying that I remember that I always use is, coming together is easy, staying together is the challenge.